you see if it works, see how it sounds. Okay, marker.
Take one.
Exactly. All right, so I was saying about multi-track.
Yes.
The whole purpose of like the multi-track is so that if we consider sound people to be musicians, and I'll probably say all this again, Brandon, then they need to practice their instrument. They don't really get a chance to practice, right? It's like the drummer that basically, or like you're like, hey, you have rhythm, can you learn drums? Oh, you don't have a drum set at home? That's okay. And then you're like, it's okay, we'll give you a chance to play for an hour before the service. Just watch some YouTubes, you'll be fine.
Terrifying.
Yeah, exactly. As any musician would be like, there is no way. So brave sound people do that all the time.
Wow.
Because they don't get a chance to bring their little instrument home, right?
Sure.
And they don't get a chance to practice without anyone listening. I don't know if you used to do this, but I had a mother-in-law who was a piano teacher, choir director, and my daughter hated playing, like practicing in front of her. And so it just like killed. Like we had to be like, hey, mother-in-law, we know you're really trying to help, but like,
Too much pressure.
stop
right there.
saying wrong note, whatever. And so just being able to practice an instrument is so important, right? Like if you can't practice and then you're expected to just like, so then, hey, we want you to be a drummer. Go ahead and think about it, watch YouTubes, whatever. You'll get a chance to practice the drums an hour before service, okay? And it'll be with all the other musicians too. It's not like just by yourself. Would we expect that from anybody? That would be terrifying, right? It would be horrible. Every drummer would be like, no,
Terrifying.
thanks.
Yeah.
So we can't give every sound person a console, but we can give them an opportunity to basically like experiment. And it can become almost fun, well, 100% fun. I like it because I can like play back the multi-track, so every individual channel I can listen to and like mute or be like, what happens if I do this? And just like EQ, change all the knobs to crazy things, and then be like, okay, that doesn't sound good. But what should I do with this? Or what happens if I do this? And then you can like add it back into the mix or subtract. So the multi-track aspect of this and giving people an opportunity to do it is so critical. And it's so easy with this setup, with X-Live setup, because you could literally just be on like during a Sunday morning, you could just pick up, you can hit records on the SD card, and then just at the end, like the next day, come back and hit play. And
Amazing.
And like you've got all your settings, and you'd be like, I'm gonna work on the guitar, or I'm gonna work on the keys, or like I can't hear the electric when this happens. Well, most of the time we can hear electric, right? I can't hear the keys anymore. Or whatever. So, or like that person's voice is like, we just need to work on their voice, because this is the mic we have, but it's like we need some different settings or something. And some of it is like everything isn't about the knobs, right? Because you could turn knobs and just be like, hey, could you hold the mic closer?
Right.
That would fix some problems.
Yeah, truly.
But so much of it is practice here. So that's my spiel on get sound people their practice.
Practice.
It's important.
How do you train people to know what they're looking for in hearing?
Yeah. Good question. There's a couple things. One is reference tracks. So, and musicianship, essentially. So if you have someone who is a musician, it's so much easier for them. Because if they hear things, like if they can just discern between this sounds good and something is wrong, like just between those two things, that's what the Soundman test is about. It's like, and when you reference a track, like, okay, we're gonna hear, our brains are amazing in that after 5 seconds, it's like your brain hears something wrong, and then after about 5 seconds, you're like, oh, it seems like it's fine, because your brain just tunes it out.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God, because none of us would ever enjoy listening to any music. But some people are more that way. But you have to instantaneously change things. But really the key is like, as a musician, being able to hear like, hey, this sounds good, or something is wrong. You don't, like, we can get into all the knobs that can turn, or hey, hold the mic closer, or that's someone singing out of tune, a guitar out of tune. Nothing here can happen. I mean, there are things you can fix, but not with this console. Like, oh, the low tom just sounds like bleh, not like doom, Like, even just knowing what it's supposed to sound like is so important. The other thing is like the reference track. So if you're like, we are trying to do this. So I found, like, as a sound person, I want to know, just like the band, what is the arrangement?
Yeah.
What are the different sections where we're going to feature something, and like how can we like bring, like, what are we trying to do? Like, if you have, like, I led worship with my wife who plays cello, and like anytime I lead worship, I'm just like, y'all are here for the cello. So I'm like, she's like, exactly. She's like, I could just play the bass note of the chord.
Sure.
I'm like, well, no one won. That's fine, but only if you don't have a featured part. So anytime I'm playing with her, I'm like, you need a featured part. Because people are going to be like, when are we going to hear that cello? It's beautiful. And so we give her a featured part. And so, like, I know you're intentional about your band arrangements and stuff like that. And so, like, you don't just like, sometimes band people are like, oh, just let's get everybody up here. And I'm like, is that really what we want? But also it helps to hear from you, the worship leader, like, what is your intention for this? Like, oh, we're going to build this after, we're going to start really soft and then build. Like, we can also, like, listen to a track, like Jeremy Riddle's version or Bethel's version of this versus, House Fires or whatever. It's like, oh, that's what we're going for. The acoustic version, not the, not the synthy version, not the whatever, just like that. Being able to hear like a reference track and be like, oh, that's what we're shooting for is so helpful. Even just like how we do vocals. Like, you could kind of be more like, we're a praise band, like back in the 90s or whatever, where it was like we have 5 people on microphones, and the gaither and what, like, just all of the harmonies and everything. And that's a great sound when it sounds great, right? Except that that's not probably the sound you're going for.
No.
So you're probably trading leads. And sometimes some people are really good at harmonizing, and then some people are less good at that. So just even being aware of, like, hey, this is going to be, there's occasionally sometimes where we have this James Fickens come, who is like a gospel 100%, and he's awesome because he really works on the vocalists, like, singing in harmony together.
Oh, those 2-hour rehearsals.
It's like a lot, right? I was like, I'm glad I'm not. He's like, no, sing this note.
I'm like, no.
Like, I can't even. I'm
like, what? How does it go?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm scared.
Exactly. So, like, having parts even written out or just like recorded so you could listen to them would be helpful. But going in, that's what he's going for. And he also does a ton of choruses. So it's like, he also, like, understanding, like, call and response. Yeah. That's a thing. It's not like they're just background singers, so they're gonna be down there. He's gonna lead out and he's gonna say, something, and then they're gonna answer, and just being aware of that aspect. So, like, they need to be up versus down. So all that arrangement stuff is so helpful to, like, know. I'm coming in here and I don't necessarily know the Miami vibe, but I'm going to be listening for things that you're telling the band. Yeah. Hey, let's build it here, or like, hey, listen for this part in the tracks or whatever.
Yeah.
So all those things. It kind of segues into the mixed pyramid. So mixed pyramid is a good way, or a good like way to visualize how I'm trying to put the band together. So we'll get a whiteboard.
Great, we
somewhere.
have a whiteboard.
Okay, great.